So I've been thinking about doing this for a while. Just want to refinish my Mosin. Eventually I'm going to re-blue the barrel. Possibly some other pieces. But picked up some Minwax 220 grit. Cheap little brush for like 79 cents. And just disassembled it, which, if you're familiar with Mosins, is extremely simple, like the basic disassembly, unless you get into, like, you know, the bolt mechanism, the innards of that, and so on. If you want to know how to do that, check out Ebomey's channel or Willwood 487. Those guys know their stuff. All I'm going to do is sand this down and then recoat it. So nothing fancy, just something to just a little project to do. And maybe you guys will get something from it, and maybe you won't. Hopefully you will. I don't have a workbench yet, so I'll just make do. So I've just lightly sanded it, smoothed it out. I'm not really trying to make it look, or have a far departure from how it originally looked. So I'm kind of sticking with the same kind of wood varnish, or stain, excuse me. It's real lightly. That's probably a little heavy. And then once I get it on, I will let it sit for, I don't know, about 5 minutes, and then I'll wipe it off. I'm not being too careful with it. I didn't remove the butt stock plate. I didn't remove a lot of the hardware because it is a $60 gun, and it's pretty beat up. I actually have to replace some parts. I have to replace the magazine. It has a dent right there, so the shells won't feed, or the cartridges won't feed, excuse me, into the magazine past that point, because there's a nice little dent right there. And this is some hard metal. I tried to kind of pry it out, wedge it out, and it wasn't happening. I even put a shim in there to see if I could do something, and it just wasn't going to happen. So I need to replace that. I've looked at some gun shows. Nobody has any individual parts. It's all just complete. So I'll look online. I'll find something eventually. But next season I might take this out deer hunting, just for the heck of it. Sit in a stand with it and get my Jude Law on. You know, Enemy at the Gates. You guys seen that? It's a good flick. The underside here. And it doesn't take much. I mean, I've dipped this thing once, and it's probably too much actually. This is the other side. I'm going to let it sit a little bit longer, let that stain soak in, see what kind of results I get. Just see how it differs from the other side, and then I might have to go back and tweak the other side of the rifle, but that's okay. This is fun stuff. So I'm letting the stain set in and dry. I've wiped off the excess, and I'm just going to go ahead and run a snake through the barrel. These bore snakes are awesome. You've got like your little brass bristles right here, so I just kind of spray those down. I'll just kind of hit the cloth with it. There's different ways of doing it. Some people do it a different way, but that's how I do it. And I'll just take my barrel, shoot some ballistol down in there. Let it run down in there. I've already cleaned it a little while ago, but figure while I'm out here, just give it a once over. And the bore snake I'm using is for 30-30, 30-06, 300, 303. So the Nagant is closer to 30-06, so shouldn't be an issue at all. Let that sit for a sec. And then I run it down the same direction that the cartridge travels. My son does not want to take a bath right now. So we're going to a Christmas show at a friend's church. So if you hear any caterwauling, that's what it is. 6-year-old refuses to take a bath. Alright, so then I just pull it through. That easy. Tip it up, make sure there's no excess in there, and just kind of wipe it down a little bit. It's looking good. It's cold out here. This steel is chilly. There it is. So here's the finished product. Sorry for the shadow. I like the grain. It's still coming through, but there's a slight deep, rich redness that's been added to it. I like it. And that was very simple to do. There it is, guys and gals. She's back together. Pretty sweet. Thanks for watching. God bless. See you later.